do it.
So Juan, did anything happen yesterday, or
Well, we had the Woofy airdrop, and I think it was a
holy?
pretty nice one.
Yeah, it kind of dropped like a bit of a bomb. Um, yeah, I know. Bull Triples set the chill woof pool up and incentivized crap out of it right away. Um, Chill was the top gainer on all of Wax for like all day yesterday, which was completely bananas.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was nuts. Like, I just like watching the volume that was on Wolf and all the different pairs was just insane. It was a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you what did you make of the whole thing?
Well, I had 3 wallets that were able to claim the airdrop, so that was pretty nice. I didn't claim yesterday; it was crazy. It was very difficult. So I said, "Oh, I'll claim tomorrow morning," and I claimed this morning. But it was
Nice.
okay,
There you
nice,
go.
and I think it was a nice nice airdrop. And yeah, I hope now the value goes up in a few weeks, or who knows.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm just looking at with Bonk. It took a while. Now, granted, it took a while
Yeah.
through the bear market, right? So who knows?
I think Bonk took a few months before it started going up, and
Yeah.
I guess for Wolf it might be kind of the same. You were able to claim on the Solana side, right?
I wasn't. No.
No?
I tried to, and it just kept hanging on me. But I don't know if that was like a MetaMask issue or what. 'Cause I'm got my Solana wallet through MetaMask. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it, but I just haven't done it yet. Figure it out. I'm
Are
sure
you
it'll.
using MetaMask for Solana?
Yeah.
Man, what's happening to you?
I don't know. It seems like the right
You
thing to
should be
do.
using you should be using Phantom or Backpack, but not MetaMask for Solana.
All right. Yeah, I started using Phantom, and it was actually kind of hard for a bit for some reason. It was when I was trying to do that Asmoria thing that Ken Bozak is in. But anyway, all right. So Backpack or Phantom, heard. I'll figure that out.
You know, for me, Phantom is so easy. I think it's one of the best wallets available. Although apparently Backpack it's even better. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Good note. Good note.
Yeah, you have to give it a try.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah.
Want to give another shout out to Joshua from Apex for coming on yesterday. If you haven't caught that one, it's worth going to take a look at. Yeah, I guess those fortresses are going to drop on Thursday now.
Yes, indeed. And I bought like I bought like 15 or 20 troop packs so that we can give away here to our audience in the upcoming days. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing once I get lithium budget from the uplift. We're gonna be doing the same thing, getting some giveaways. So we'll do those sponsored by the uplift. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I actually had a long chat with Bull Triples yesterday about all sorts of different blends that we could do to try and not try. I think it's gonna work. It's like the uplift. I know lots of other projects are kind of in the same boat. Like we've got so many kind of old legacy NFTs that are just kind of sitting there and not really doing much. And our focus for the next little bit, until we get play and earn in the game working again, which we will do, is basically on the token. And I've been thinking about this a lot. One, like all the different kinds of blends that we've sort of been contemplating, right? Like with Bonk, you can stake it for a month, 3 months, 6 months, and you're going to get exactly a certain amount back, right? So I've been thinking about how we could do that with NFTs and token backed NFTs, because you guys have all those amazing systems. And I started thinking about it, like the Bonk ecosystem alone, just the Bonk market cap, is many times bigger than the entire play and earn space combined.
Yeah,
that's
one crazy.
One meme coin, right? So yeah, I think I love the fact that this is happening on Wax, and that we can kind of study what these guys have done and the kind of culture that they've built, because it's a massive wave, right? I mean, that was I think the thing about the uplift when we launched it, we were on the NFT wave and we were on the metaverse wave, and at the time, both of those things put together was crazy, right? Right now,
Yeah.
it's a different story. So it's going to be really interesting to adapt, but with the head start of having all the amazing Neffy tools and all the amazing things that we already built for the uplift.
Yeah, absolutely, and I also think that there are many things to learn from the Woofy airdrop, because I think that they did an amazing job interacting with the community,
Right.
developing partnerships on Wax, partnerships on Solana. So I think that was really a well executed airdrop. I think the marketing was very well done.
Yeah, I agree. Like that, just the idea that you're going to be dropping a significant percentage of supply all at once. It's going to find its level, right? But people know, I think, or kind of reasonably assume, with the kinds of airdrops that the bonk holders got, right? I think that's sort of the second key to that, right? Once they get a staking mechanism or what have you, the projects that they're going to continue to be able to grind and get relationships with that can then airdrop onto their community, then that the Woof token just gets that much more value, because it's something that you want to be part of, so that you can kind of get a head start on all the other stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think also something very important, it's not stopping with the airdrop. I think that should only be the beginning. After that, there should be a lot of activities that bring value to the community, to all the token holders.
Right. So yeah, like getting the staking mechanism put together, having a whole bunch of other communities come in and potentially have the ability to airdrop out of those things. What else do you think they could do? I mean, that's all I'm really seeing on Bonk, but again, I'm like pretty new to this space, so I wonder if there's more stuff that they have been doing that is sort of, I don't know, gaining or keeping attention.
To be honest, I don't know. I'm not that involved in the Solana memes ecosystem. I'm more into the airdrops
right.
and see what happens.
Right. Well, and because we were talking off air, and I think this kind of makes sense, right? I mean, as far as my take always been, ever since starting to take a look at Bitcoin and trying to kind of suss out a basic idea, is anytime I've looked at the number of active wallets times the number of transactions at any given moment will give you an order of magnitude look at what the price is, right? There's a lot of space in there, but it tracks to an order of magnitude really, really well, right? So for me, like what they did going after so many different NFT projects and so many different communities, you're airdropping into so many different wallets, so many different communities that are applying attention to it. That's massive, right? Number of wallets, now, we look at number of active transactions, the trading environment is just popping. I was on Wax on Edge. Thank you for telling me about that, by the way. It's amazing to watch it.
Yeah, but that's something that's very important right now. Exchange listings. I think that should be the next step, because it's a meme coin, and you want not only the guys who trade on chain, but you want people who trade on centralized exchanges. And if you see, all the successful meme coins are listed on centralized exchanges. So I think that's a logical next step for this. And
doesn't
it
come with like a pretty? Doesn't that come with a pretty significant cost?
Yes, but I think that even if there's a cost associated to that, the benefits outweigh the investment.
Oh, for sure.
And several times the centralized exchanges allow you to pay the listing fee using your token. So so if you manage to negotiate that, then
right. Well, and that's the thing, right? I guess if you have a deep enough market with deep enough liquidity, which they've gotten because they have so many people that are getting the token, so many people that are holding the token, just because there's like a reasonable presumption of a lot of activity in the future, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think that should be a logical next step for me.
Yeah, no, that
I would like to see that happen.
That would be interesting, and really like just another portal into the Wax ecosystem then too, right?
Yes, absolutely.
What centralized exchange do you use right now? or would you recommend?
Oof, I don't know. There are lots. The one I use the most right now is Kraken because it's
Okay.
one of the most stable ones. But I think that for something like this, uh, I don't know, to be honest, because
Right.
one of my favorite exchanges was KuCoin, and I still
Yeah.
like it a lot, but there was some kind of issues that the founders are being sued by the SEC or something like that.
Right.
So I don't know, but what was very nice about that is that even with the bad news, there was some congestion with people flooding and taking the funds out, but they
Yeah.
managed to pay everybody, and now the exchange is working as,
That's cool. Yeah.
as always. So that's
KuCoin was,
nice, and
yeah, that was my go-to for a long time.
yeah.
Very, very cool. So I have a deep suspicion after watching yesterday that the meme coin, because we don't need on Wax, we don't need the full Solana holy shititude to like kick the Wax ecosystem in the butt. It's funny too. I was watching the Discord. So many people coming over from Solana were like, "Yeah, but you have to pay for transactions, right?" Like, no. You take like
Yeah.
a little bit of money, you buy some Wax, you stake it, you're done forever. And they couldn't process it. It was pretty crazy to watch.
Yeah, and it's very interesting because I've been chatting with the community a little bit, and people are expecting more meme coins on Wax, so that's good. I think that could
I
revive a lot the ecosystem. I think that's something
I
that
think
should
so.
happen.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that I'm looking at for Upliftium. I mean, I honestly think it's primed to be a good meme coin. Like, there's a lot of the dynamics that we can use, and I think a lot of the communities kind of come back, and we've got a lot of mining already. Like, we've got some really cool things, and I also think like there's room for brand new ones that want to come in and create some associations and some community and network. And I know Bull Shipple is like, Shipple's
Absolutely.
going to want to connect with all of them, and I think he's looking at that being sort of the central node, right? Like, the way that you're going to get Shipple primarily is going to be through incentivized pools to just deepen everybody's liquidity. This is one of the things I was telling my DeFi buddy, Brad, who's actually, he'll come on the show before too long. He's a DeFi expert from Ethereum and all the other chains, and this was really into that stuff. Yeah. And I was trying to explain how on Wax, you can sort of see it on Wax on Edge now, how all the pools are interlinked. Like, you can be buying Nifty with Wax, and it can actually do multi-chain bounces, not multi-chain, but multi pool bounces, even into different kinds of pools to balance. It's like you're pinging the whole network, right?
Yeah, but that's how it works also on Solana. If you think about it, Jupiter does exactly that. So it's
wow. Okay,
I
cool.
think they
I didn't
even
know
have
that.
their own pools. The only thing that they are doing is routing and using the pools from other providers.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I need to learn way more about how Solana works. That's for sure. It's
Yeah, I think
I'm sort
Solana
of
is a
glad.
very interesting ecosystem.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool. Man, oh man,
Yeah.
exciting times.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I really do get that the whole Spidey sense that like things are. This is the start of something, not the end, which is gonna be kind of
Yes.
fun.
I fully agree. I think that things should start moving on Wax after this. At least that's what I hope for.
I agree. So, what could we do with the Nifty tools to be the favorite spot for new meme coins to launch and engage with people?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, and I think that both the blends and the upgrade tools could be interesting as tools to support the process to qualify to be whitelisted for an airdrop. I think there are many things that can be done there. For example, having NFTs that allow you to keep a balance of how many tokens you can claim based based on your activity and some collabs and getting some NFTs from partnering collections. Yeah, stuff like that. And also, I think that I talked about this with you at some point, using blends like a staking mechanism that will allow you to get back tokens, a pretty fine amount of tokens after a certain time, stuff like that. I think that that kind of things could be very interesting to support meme coin ecosystems on Wax.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we're just scratching the surface. I really love the idea that the upgrade NFT thing as far as how to keep sort of the points, right? Because like that website where you could track how much WUF you were going to get was cool. But if I had an NFT where it was just there, and you could see it, right? That'd be really cool. And really, like, what if you charged that thing up and you wanted to sell it? You could.
Yeah, you could indeed. Maybe you don't want to
I wouldn't.
wait
I think that would be insane.
the
Yeah, 100%. I would think that'd be crazy. But who knows?
Yeah, it's a little bit like a pre-market. You can start getting a feeling of how much something is going to be worth before it's officially trading. So it's I think it's very nice.
That part's interesting too, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be fascinating. Are there any drops going on on Nifty that we should know about?
Not that I'm aware of. I was basically checking that a few minutes ago, and no, I'm just very sad that there are still Chumis up for adoption. So please, if you need one, please go and get one, because there are some over there.
All right.
And yeah, I think that there's the NFT Battle Miners, something from blockchain cards that's also going on there.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
we should have that guy on again. He was one of my first interviews back in the day.
Oh, cool. Then yeah, it would be nice to have him with us.
Yeah, absolutely. So this Friday, Ken Bozak's going to be on the show. I'm going on his show next week at freaking 10 p.m. on a Tuesday, because it's the only time he's doing shows. Freaking Ken Bozak. What are you going to do? But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Uplift is gonna have a lot of blends next week that we're gonna launch on Nefty, and yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see the what goes on with the meme coins that are gonna drop and that are gonna start kind of establishing themselves. It'll be really interesting too, just to see the different incentivized liquidity pools and how they interlink and how they start to lock up more value kind of with each other to create kind of deeper networks and stuff. It's going to be exciting to see how that all plays out.
There's a very interesting pool on Alcor, Woofy Wax pool that's incentivized. So it's that's a very nice one right now.
I didn't know they had launched that. That's cool. What's the APR on that right now?
I think it launched I don't know if yesterday or today, but yeah, there's already an incentivized pool on Alcor.
Wow. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about if it starts to spike, getting to the point where there's some impermanent loss going on or what have you, right? So I'm always a little bit leery on that, just because I've seen the negative of that. But if they're incentivized enough, it kind of doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, and what will be very interesting is once they open the bridge to Solana, because right now I think there's more liquidity on Solana than on Wax.
Really?
And yeah, I think so.
Wow, that's with less tokens too, right?
What I heard something. Sorry.
Yeah, we could probably check the TVL on Solana compared to here. It'll be interesting too, because I know even the Shill Wax pool or WUF pool is pretty significant. Probably nowhere near where the Wax one is. Probably not even in the same order of magnitude. But so I'm pretty sure they have less tokens on Solana right now, though, right? For the amount of airdrop that got put out.
I think so, but I'm not completely sure. I think that's something we will have to figure out.
It'll be sort of interesting to see what the arbitrage pipe looks like when when that happens.
Let me open this here. I think there's one pool here, and I don't know if the price on Solana it's matching the price on Wax. That's something I don't know. But maybe I can check. Fully diluted market cap, $18 million, more or less, almost 19. TVL, almost 400,000 US dollars on Solana.
Wow. Yep. That's
Yeah.
definitely more than we got on Wax.
Yes, I think so.
Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. All right. Well, I guess we can call it for today. I think like just that whole experience yesterday was really fascinating. And again, tons more coming up with Apex. It was great to have those guys on. And yeah, we're gonna do a bunch more blends. Like things are just kicking off. I think it's gonna be really amazing. And again, like if you're on Nifty, if you're doing blends on Nifty, if you're doing drops on Nifty, get a hold of us and get on the show, man. We'd love to have a guest every show if we could. We'll make it happen.
Absolutely.
Awesome sauce. Good. All right. Juan, thanks, man. I'm hanging out in Epcot with the wife and just managed to find a relatively quiet corner to check in because I wanted to make sure we do this every day. So that's awesome, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Have a nice day, man.
All right. Ciao.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.